as a freshman, she helped lead Virginia to 4 victories over top 25 opponents. So the number 10 in front of the Oklahoma Sooners is not going to intimidate them as the Sooners get the first possession of the game. And be ready. Strap on your track shoes because this is going to be a fast-paced game. Clark to the basket, missing, and here comes Nevaeh Tot pushing ahead. Williams steps on the, no, she is fouled. Starting lineup for Oklahoma. Tot, Williams, Verhulst, the Big 12 newcomer of the year last year. Vann was the co-Big 12 player of the year. And then you add All-American Beers as Payton Verhulst knocks that one off the backboard.
Just really good offense by Oklahoma. They like to spread the floor. It's tough to defend them. That is something that Virginia wants to do today. Play well defensively in the quarter court.
And that's Breona Hurd. You are going to hear a lot about this freshman this year.
Yeah, Hurd is somebody that's special, a versatile player.
How about the nice spin move? Johnson, Hurd, the freshman, Lattimore, and Auerbach starting together. So 2 bigs in for Virginia in this game. The rebound, the kick out, Verhulst scored in 4 seconds. Foul earlier was on Breona Hurd, the freshman for Virginia. And Lattimore just runs into the wall. That is Raegan Beers. Vann from the wing, got it. Nojan into the game, number 8 for Virginia, the sophomore from Sweden, as Johnson, as well as Liz Scott. And Oklahoma
That gives them the freedom to take the shots when they're open.
And a foul called on Liz Scott. They shared the Big 12 title 2 years ago, won it outright last year, losing in the second round of the NCAA tournament to Indiana. But just remarkable that 98.8% of their scoring. The foul earlier was on Liz Scott. That's her second. That brought Raegan Beers, number 52, back into the lineup.
By adding Beers, you shift everybody else and the positions they're playing, and it's just everything is new for Oklahoma right now.
Johnson dribbles into traffic, kisses it off the backboard.
Already 5 rebounds, 2 assists for Raegan Beers already in this game.
Nice post up inside, just muscles her way inside. Can't get the second chance though, and it's Virginia basketball.
Yes, and strong and physical. And my question this year is, what is Virginia's defense going to look like in the paint?
Johnson backs out, kicks out to Lattimore at the top of the key. Got it.
Yeah, and Raegan Beers guarding Lattimore right there. She can shoot that shot.
And it's her first basket of the game. Williams, sometimes like a bull in a china shop, and that time it works out well.
Well, she's moved her position. She doesn't have to play the 4 or 5 position like last season.
And Zaya Vann with the steal, the younger sister of Skylar Vann.
Zaya Vann has been a tremendous addition. We talk about Beers being an addition on the inside. Vann coming in as the younger sister of Skylar Vann.
One at Norma High School in 2021. Olivia McGee, 0 with the ball, is on the court. What an offensive threat she is. Comes up short on that three-pointer. Lexi Keys. Williams with the rebound. Nice pass to set up Kirsten Johnson. Johnson scoring her first basket of the game. This Oklahoma team is so deep. They come at you in waves, and Jenny Baranchek is just trying to figure out the combinations that work, as Virginia has nice passing that time to set up the shot by Nojan.
A nice job by Clark right there to create something for her teammates. Playing the point guard position now.
Good reach by Raegan Beers. That's a beautiful high-low pass. to set her up, and she's fouled by Noyan. Raegan Beers at the free throw line. Beers last year averaged a double-double for Oregon State, 17.5 points, 10 rebounds. And Clark, she does a lot of things for the Cavaliers. Payton Verhulst with the ball back in the game for the Sooners. Nice position by Beers.
Yeah, that's just so tough. Beers brought Lauterbach all the way outside the key and then dove to the basket.
7 points now for the All-American. Seven points and 7 rebounds so far for Raegan Beers, and we haven't even finished the first quarter. Boom! How about that? She's got double figures. Oklahoma shooting 50% from the field, holding Virginia to just 31% with 10 points here in the first quarter and 8 rebounds. Last season at Oregon State, 83% of her shots were from around the rim.
Yeah, and she talks about, she's talked about it all since she's been at Oklahoma, about how most of the things she did at Oregon State were scripted offensively. You go from point A to point B, you post up, you do this, you do that. Here, everything is read and react. Every time a ball is passed.
Tot being hounded. Verhulst gets the basketball. 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Lexi Keys. No. Virginia has time. 2 seconds. Clark, can she get it up? No. And that's the way the first
in the preseason poll of Oklahoma and Jen Baranchek's team and style.
It's going to be really interesting to see how this style fits into the SEC.
It will be interesting, and I think that's kind of the consensus. You have to wait and see really what happens. I think adding Raegan Beers is going to change things tremendously, as we've mentioned, for Oklahoma.
Noyan with the three-pointer for Virginia to start the second quarter.
But to be able to compete against those teams that with the bigs.
Sahara Williams off the mark for 3. Starting the second quarter here with Oklahoma up. Raegan Beers almost has a double-double with 10 points and 8 rebounds in the first quarter. Johnson, the point guard, the all-ACC, as Williams with a nice little hesitation and move.
Yeah, that's just all power right there by Williams. Sahara Williams, we mentioned she played the 4 position for Oklahoma last year because of their lack of size, but she is able to do that and able to play at the 2 position this season.
And I wanted to mention Kymora Johnson, the all-ACC preseason first-team selection. The sophomore point guard is on the bench for Virginia with 2 fouls. And we'll see how long Coach Mox decides to keep her out of the game. And another collision. We've had some big collisions here early.
I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
No way.
With Williams.
No. Aubrey Jones into the game, number 20 for Oklahoma. Beers.
Okay.
I think she might be liking not taking all of her shots right at the rim. Noyan? No.
Not a bad shot for Noyan. Played with Sweden in the national team this last summer.
Skylar Vann.
Come on, I mean, Skylar Vann played the 5 position.
Pac-12 Freshman of the Year last year, all Pac-12 first team and All-American. And now
on the block sort of player, although she does that well.
Culleton with a nice high-low pass to Beers. And Culleton there with the rebound. Gives Oklahoma an extra possession.
Good pressure.
Good steal by the freshman Breona Hurd, and the score. Beers gets it underneath, muscles it up with her left hand. And she is definitely the motor that makes this team run. She was out for a number of minutes there with the 2 fouls, and so important for Virginia with this young team to have her at that point guard position.
Just a lucky pass right there, but again, one of those communication passes.
Beers gathers and scores. It was about the same situation, and Virginia came back in that game. An extra pass there by Johnson. Should have taken it as the shot clock. Make sure that's right. Yes, it is. Verhulst. Skylar Vann. And Nevaeh top right there to pick up the loose change. Beers, nice rip-through move and a right-handed layup.
Yeah, and I think it's just unexpected. You look at a player like Beers and you expect her not to be as quick-footed as she is. Gray's just beat off the dribble right there.
Johnson with the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, that's what she can do. That has been not quite on the top of their game is defense over the last few years.
Ooh. Johnson dives in. Johnson, the junior from Duncanville, Texas, in their opening game against Southern, had 16. You look at the SEC, of course, South Carolina, one of the deepest teams in the country. But the way Oklahoma can go with so many different players stepping in, it just shows their depth.
Oklahoma comes at you in waves, and last year or the year before, maybe it was Jen Baranchuk would sub 5 people, do a hockey substitution. This year, a little bit more strategic about who's on the floor together, but just so much depth. As you said earlier, a plethora and an embarrassment almost of talent for her team this season.
And a turnover for Virginia. Skylar Vann and Payton Verhulst. And this is what Oklahoma's team looked like last year, able to win the Big 12 title. They beat Texas twice last year in the regular season.
Tough to stop. And now with their defense, I see a renewed energy defensively from Oklahoma.
What does Virginia need to do here? They like to run an up-tempo. They like to push the ball. Johnson had some foul trouble there. What do they need to do?
Well, I think they need to get some stops and rebound as well as they did early on. For me, Virginia isn't the same type of running team that Oklahoma is. Oklahoma is purposeful. They do it on misses and makes. Virginia is not that way.
Payton Verhulst driving to the basket. Good ball movement. Clark from the corner. That's a big shot for Virginia. Try to give them a little bit of a lift here going into halftime. Backdoor Williams, no. And Lauterbach with the rebound. Nice shot by Hurd. And as time is winding down, Oklahoma will go for the last shot of the half. But Verhulst is fouled by Clark. Discussions at halftime with her team as Oklahoma really has gone to Beers inside, but they're not really shooting that well from three-point range. 3 of 17, not good at all for the Sooners, but it's the points in the paint as the ball gets away from Virginia, and they had a chance to score here before halftime, so too many mistakes for the Cavaliers.
You need to settle down, run their offense, play a little better defense.
And another whistle, and it's Oklahoma's basketball with another chance. Lexi Keys out top. No, and that's about the only thing that hasn't gone well for Oklahoma here. Their three-point shooting.
Many of those points coming in the paint, but also she knocked down an outside shot. She hit a three-pointer for the first time in about a year and a half of basketball. So she is feeling comfortable out there. What an addition she has been here already early on for Oklahoma.
And you saw that Oklahoma is outscoring Virginia 28-6 in the paint, and there's just more of it. They have just been pounding in the paint. There's Sahara Williams with the first basket of the third quarter. Clark missing for Virginia, and the turnover.
It was right in front of me. I'm like, no.
And Hurd comes back. She's the leading scorer for Virginia in the first half. 9 points for the freshman now. Verhulst with the quick shot. Got the three. Hurd has a size advantage, but not against Beers.
It's been tough going, I think, for every single player on Virginia's team today. A zone defense right now for Oklahoma.
Johnson can't get the three to go. Out front to Tot. It looked like she had a wide open layup. Passed it up. Williams. Look at the pass over to Beers.
Oklahoma shares the basketball so well, has terrific vision. They can invert somebody like Payton Verhulst and then put their point guard in transition down the floor.
You and I talked at halftime. What is it that Virginia is struggling so much with against this Oklahoma defense as Clark finally hits a mid-range jumper?
Yeah, I think they need to do more of that. Virginia needs more screens on the ball, make Oklahoma defend that.
Beers over. Waterball.
Oklahoma's able to pressure the basketball. They have Beers, as you said, as a backstop. Isn't their best option. Their best option is get a little bit, create some situations and pick on the ball.
Sahara Williams draws the foul, has an and one opportunity.
We have seen Sahara Williams work so hard in this game today. Her ability to get down the floor, finish at her size around the rim, but look at this, Nevaeh Tot just getting it up the floor. Oklahoma runs so well, rim to rim. There you see that power of Williams, 5'10", and the finish.
From Waterloo, Iowa, a 5-star recruit that made the All-Big 12 freshman team last year. Can't complete the three-point play, but she's going to go run down a rebound. And the officials looking at one another, and they call Oklahoma basketball.
A whole new 5 out there for Oklahoma right now.
Nice give and go. How about that?
Yeah, great motion.
Have been known for over the years, whether she was at Drake for so many years or in these first few years at Oklahoma. Just passing and cutting and so much movement. It's kind of her signature. Johnson has it stripped away by Zaya Vann. 2-on-1. Vann beats everybody to the rim. That's a lot of tense and high-stakes situations, but he wanted to be a strength and conditioning coach and doing a terrific job for Virginia.
The ability to talk to people, to get along, to work as a team. He says he loves working in the team environment.
We appreciate his service and those of all of our veterans. Thank you so much. As Paris Clark makes one and misses one. She was fouled by Zaya Vann, her 3rd foul of the game.
Nice catch. And terrific hands right there by Hurd. Played 4 or 5 different sports in high school. She was a keeper for soccer. You saw it there.
9 points now for Hurd. Or excuse me, that's 11 as a little slow on the stat monitor here.
You're not keeping that in your head?
I am not, no. Lexi Keys fouled on the way to the rim. And she will be at the free throw line.
They haven't been able to adapt to the different defenses that have, or different players.
Grays, nice move around the defender Johnson, but can't finish it. Aubrey Jones right into the defense, gets the ball back, and Liz Scott into the game. Grays, wild shot.
And all white jerseys on the boards right there.
Oklahoma out rebounding Virginia 39-25, and Liz Scott finds a way through the defenders.
Yeah, how about Liz Scott dishing it one time and then going one-on-one from the post the second time? No help defense really for Virginia.
Clark at the top of the key, and Liz Scott didn't get the rebound that time, but she had the block out, and then Breona Scott gets free on the other end.
Terrific job by Keys getting the ball up the floor.
Nine to nothing run. Stopped there with the three-pointer. Johnson now with 7.
Yeah, pretty shot right there by Johnson, and you can see that she is a capable scorer.
Aubrey Jones quickly up with the shot. And a three-pointer for Breona Hurd. You know, last year out with that shoulder injury, she really saw the game from a different perspective as Breona Scott knocks down another jumper. I think anytime, injuries are never a good thing, but so often when players take advantage of their time on the bench to see the game from a different perspective, I think that's exactly what Liz Scott did last year.
Ooh, nice move.
Woo! Breona Scott.
Yeah, Breona Scott, speaking of being on the bench, and a terrific shooter.
There she is from the corner, too strong on that. This is her first appearance, though, in the game. Did you wear knee pads?
Yeah, bad ones.
So did I. I think we were from that era. That's why she's old school, right? Yeah. Raegan Beers rips it away. Lattimore, so that's why Lattimore felt comfortable coming to Virginia. Johnson finally getting a couple of threes to go down now as she's in double figures. Skylar Vann. Look at Williams Sky for the rebound, but a nice block shot by Lauterbach. Clark backs away. Beers has the seal, and
she has got tremendous strength.
Beers at the free throw line. And that's 1,000 points for Raegan Beers in her illustrious career, and she got a lot more in front of her. Just a junior from Littleton, Colorado.
And her parents and grandparents in the house to see that, her brothers here.
Williams went flying and altered the shot for Lattimore. And the shot clock is off as we have just 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dish by Williams, can't quite get through. Verhulst buries it. Payton Verhulst.
I love the fact that there's competitive matchups all around, that coaches are scheduling a little bit harder.
And all of it means so much as we work through the season for conference tournament seeding. Nice block inside. NCAA tournament seedings, all of it matters. Johnson out to Clark. Clark with a lot of contact from Williams there, and she makes a tough shot. Verhulst, who was last year's Big 12 newcomer of the year, and Williams on the freshman team just continues.
When it comes to that area of the key, do they still call it the key?
I think so. We do anyway. Johnson putting it on the floor.
A lot of one-on-one for Virginia today. They've been trying to break down this offensive or defense of Oklahoma, but now a lot of success.
Scores that one. Riley Grace has an and one off. She was the Houston Chronicle Player of the Year at Pearland High School. Both of her parents played basketball at St. Louis University. Keys, that's what she does. And Culleton there to get the rebound. Liz Scott can't retrieve it, and it'll be a foul. Johnson pulls the trigger. Inside, Graves gets her shot blocked.
Easy for them today, but they haven't put their heads down here in the fourth quarter. Great defense.
Lexi Keys steals the ball ahead to Breona Scott. Johnson has that one stripped away. Good job by Culleton just to stay in place, and Liz Scott finishes. Is on the bench with 26. Verhulst and Williams with 13 and 14 points respectively. Virginia led by the freshman Hurd tonight. Clark with 11 and Johnson with 10.
Great ball pressure defensively.
Scott just keeps finding a way. She's now in double figures for Oklahoma.
She has been entertaining to watch here in the second half of this game.
She is a playmaker out of Harlem in New York City.
That was a nice isolation play right there for McGee, who just couldn't get it to go down.
Now, this style of play that Oklahoma plays and the depth that they have, they're going to wear some teams out. You better be ready with the depth and to run the floor against this team as they just keep coming at you in waves. Johnson, a good example of that.
Well, especially when you put somebody like Johnson at 6'4" on the perimeter and she has a nose for rebounds. She's going to the offensive boards. That is a tough body to box out.
And a good three-point look for Olivia McGee, the sophomore. Impressive performance on both ends of the court against this ACC foe.
Such a wonderful young lady.
Smith missing the second. And a whistle and a foul. Courtney Paris, the All-American that set a double-doubles record that will never be broken, and has spent some time in the WNBA, both as a player and on coaching staff. So you see Raegan Beers stepping into that kind of role for Oklahoma this year, just being that dominant force. But I don't think Courtney Paris ever stepped out to hit many threes.
Courtney Paris was a force, as you mentioned, down low, and for 4 years dominated this part of the country and nationally, took her team to a Final Four. That's what Oklahoma would like to see, is a team that went a little deeper in the tournament this season.
And that'll do it. Oklahoma with the 95-51 win over Virginia. 66 points in the paint for the Sooners, led by Raegan Beers.